The Sharing Space
on the Clement Manyathela Show.
702.
25 before 12. Time for the Sharing Space. So what we do on the Sharing Space, this is an opportunity for you to send us your stories. Maybe there's something you want to share with us in confidence. You can be anonymous. Something maybe that happened with your partner, your friend, your bestie, your parents, or maybe at work with your colleagues, and you want to share it with us. Very easy. Just send me an email on cm@702.co.za. I always have people DMing me on Twitter and Instagram saying, we want to share something on the Sharing Space. How do we do it? Send an email, cm@702.co.za. So today we've got a story that was sent to us via email. I am going to read it, and then if the listener is asking for advice, please be kind enough to advise them. Or if you have dealt with something similar, I'd like to know how you've navigated these dynamics. So here we go. Greetings, Clement and the listeners. I hope this email finds you well. My ex-husband and I finalized our divorce 3 years ago, and we have been co-parenting our 2 children, a boy and a girl, since then. The boy is 15 and the girl is 12. We were married for 15 years as he was my high school sweetheart. In January, I found out from his sister that my ex-husband got married in December, late December. She even sent me the pictures as proof. It wasn't a big wedding, but everyone who matters to him was there. Unfortunately, our kids were not invited. This has angered me a lot because our children will have to interact with the new wife and treat her like their other mother, yet they were not even invited to the wedding. When I confronted my ex-husband, he said he felt they were too young to understand what was happening. This makes no sense to me because our children are intelligent and they understand our divorce just fine. I told the children what happened, and they also said it was strange because they had spent the whole week with their father before the wedding and he never told them about it. They also don't know much about the lady and have only met her about 3 times. This is a cause for concern for me, and I'm thinking of asking my ex-husband to set a formal meeting so me and the kids can properly meet his new wife, and then we can get a better understanding of who she is. How would your listeners approach this? I would like some advice, please. Anonymous. Okay, Anonymous, thank you for sharing that with us. What's your advice for Anonymous? I don't think a child that is 15 and a child that is 12 are too young to understand that their father is in love with somebody else and he's going to marry that next person. I think this is quite weird for this man to spend the whole week with the kids. I mean, if the kids were younger than 6, sure, probably I would get that. But even there, I'm stretching it a bit. 15-year-old and a 12-year-old, you're not going to tell them that you're getting married to the same woman you have introduced the kids to? Because Anonymous says the kids have met this new woman they met her about 3 times or so. So why can't you just say as a dad, if they can understand that daddy is no longer with mommy and daddy is now in a relationship with someone else, why can't they understand that daddy is actually getting married to that new person? So I think you should call a meeting. I think it's strange, but I don't know if I agree with the fact that the meeting must be with the ex-wife and the new wife and the kids. I mean, I think the kids are old enough. The father, if you trust the father, he can have a meeting with his new wife and the kids. Now, when they're bringing you into the picture, that's going to make it a little bit tricky, I think. But hey, I don't know. How would you deal with something like this? Any advice for Anonymous? And have you dealt with something similar where you are divorced with your ex-spouse and they decide to get married again, but they don't invite your kids that you guys have to their wedding with their new partner? 011-883-0702. Give us a call. Share your advice as well on the WhatsApp line on 072-7021-702. What should Anonymous do? And is she right for being offended and feeling weird about what her ex-husband has done.
The sharing space.
On the Clement Manyathela Show.
702.
19 minutes before 12 o'clock. Right, let's hear from you. You've heard anonymous story. What's yours? What's your advice? Tembile, you calling from Centurion. Good morning.
Morning, Clement. How are you?
I am not winner.
Fantastic, man. Look, when I got married again for the second time, I involved my son. He was about, I think, 13 or 14 years old. Very much involved. I mean, I showed him when I was buying the ring. Because he was, he was there. He was involved. And I think the guy made a mistake. He should have involved his kids.
So your kid was not confused or anything? Because his argument is, no, they're too young.
The thing is this, because my son knew my wife, my current wife, before. I mean, we've been together, we're dating for 2 years or so. Yeah. So he used to come to the, he was not staying with me. We'll do alternate weekends. So he'd come and stay. I mean, he knew we went on holiday before that. I mean, he knew it very well. But I think this meeting, the ex-wife does not need to be that.
Yes.
You know, I think she's taking this thing too much to herself. Maybe, I don't know, I might be wrong. She's angry about the whole situation. But no, on the kid side, I agree. He should have done better. He should have involved the kids. It's not too late. He can fix it, but he can fix it alone, not with the ex-wife.
I agree with you, Tembile. I think it's going to cause a drama if you're bringing in, the ex-wife now, Anonymous, who wrote to us, says, I need to meet my ex-husband with this new woman and the kids so we can figure out, who is this new woman. I think let your husband deal with it. And maybe the reason she wants to be part of that meeting is because she doesn't trust the husband to handle it well, because the husband has already failed to handle the issue of when he got married. Justice, you are in Tembisa. What are your thoughts?
Yes, I truly believe that for security reasons, that's why the first wife she's interested in getting involved now, because the husband himself failed to handle the situation in a correct manner. So that I think. I believe the first one, she's very much for that, and I believe she'll deal with the situation in a different manner to understand that I might be harsh by approaching this with my husband, but she wants to be there to witness. Can I trust my husband in handling the situation with my children? Because now he has shown a failure as a man to take responsibility for his actions. So. I don't think it's a bad idea for the ex-wife to be part of the discussion. It's just to make sure that the husband do the right thing for the sake of the children.
Yeah. Justice in Tembisa, thank you for your call. Bruno, you are in Johannesburg. Good morning.
Hi, Clement. How are you?
Shap. How are you?
Thanks. I'm okay. Thanks for taking my call. So I've got a similar situation, but what happened, I got separated with my partner for 12 years. So we've got a 10-year-old child and then a 5-year-old child. So we got separated, and then I met this new person, and then we decided to get married. I informed my partner to say that, hey, man, I'm getting married in December. Can you please allow me to take the kids to Mozambique? Because I was getting married in Mozambique. She was like, okay, it's fine, no problem. And then somewhere on the 20th of December, she ran away with the last born child.
What do you mean? What do you mean ran away?
She ran away because I couldn't find. I tried to go to the family. I couldn't find this child.
What?
And then yes, it's a true. It's a true story. This thing happened somewhere in December. I got married in 27 December.
Yeah.
So I managed to take the older child to Mozambique.
Yeah.
So he's the one that went there to witness the wedding of his father.
How did she explain it later on when she resurfaced?
She did not explain anything. So what happened on the 14th? I took the older son to the school because they're attending the same school. I took the older son to the school, and then that's where I met her. And then I was like, man, what are you doing? Because these kids, they were supposed to attend my wedding, and then she was like, she said a lot of things. There was no proper explanation as to why that happened.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah. Bruno, thank you for calling and for sharing your story. Nyasha, you're in Senton. Hi.
Hi, Clement.
Sure.
My experience is the complete opposite of the person who sent in that message. So I got remarried after about 4 or 5 years of divorce, and my 3 children were aged between 20 and 25, 2 girls and 1 boy. So I got remarried, and I had a white wedding. And my kids were getting along with my new husband. We agreed they would be the bridesmaids as well, and they were excited. And then they got a message from their father that they will not attend my wedding.
Hey, Bo.
And because my kids were old enough to make their own decisions, they were in their 20s, the girls decided they are coming. So they came to the church wedding, did all they needed to do, but they couldn't come to the reception because now they were, they were scared.
Oh no!
So they couldn't come to the reception. My son could not even come to the church wedding or the reception.
Nyasha.
Because culturally, you can't go against your father's word. You are a man. You carry the clan's name forward. It's so sad.
Oh man, that's sad.
Happen.
Oh yeah, that's so petty. Nyasha, thank you so much for the call. That is wild, isn't it?
Hi, good day, my brother. How are you? Sorry, my question is, before I get straight to the point, I feel like I could do the same thing that has done by that guy. My question is, the kids, what will be the kids doing there on a wedding day? Celebrating? That's my first question. I think the kids will just accept what they see and then appreciate the love they get from the father. Because otherwise, on a wedding, you invite people who will be celebrating with you, gonna witness that, yeah, you're taking a wife. But otherwise, I don't see it necessary to invite your kids. They will just see what's happening and then they got nothing to do with the new wife. Let them focus on the mother and father.
No,
that's it. They don't have to get that much confused. I think that guy, hey, ke smata seo o save bana ba gagwe ke ema le yena tanki
no ways. So okay, so what happens when dad unomsebenzi endlini, the kids can't come because there's a new wife? What happens if the father wants to go on holiday with the kids and his new wife? The last time on the sharing space, we got an email from someone who said their partner this man took his ex-partner or ex-wife on holiday with the kids because apparently the kids are too young to travel to Zanzibar and they needed the mother to be there. But the mother is an ex and the current partner was not even invited on holiday, which I thought was a wild thing to hear. But in this case, what if he wants to travel with the kids and wants to bring in their wife? They don't know this woman? I'm not sure I agree with that. Matt, you're in Pretoria. Hi. Hey, Matt.
Hi. Yes.
Oh, please, just switch off the radio, my brother. I'll come back to you afterwards. Donald, you are in Soweto. What are your thoughts?
Hey, good man.
Hey, Tada.
Yeah, who are you?
Hey, who are you?
Yeah, I was in the same boat. I got married in December 2024. I have a son. My son is from Zimbabwe. A while back, I dated a Zimbabwean woman. We had a child. She had to move back to Gweru, and then I was getting married. Now, fast forward, I was getting married in 2024. When I was getting married, my wife told me, I don't want you to involve this child in our wedding.
How old was the child?
The child was 13 by then.
Yeah.
She's turning 15 this year. Yes. And then, Ralauliwa, brother. Ralauliwa, we are told, this is what you need to do, this is what you don't need to do. And I've got 2 daughters now with the current woman. And I chose my son. My son was invited. My son was there. My son saw me marrying the other woman. I sat down with my son and I explained to Nana, this is how life is now. And then this is the woman you're going to live with. Now, the punishment that I received for choosing my child was that I cannot live with my child now. I live with my 2 daughters and my current wife.
So the child is still back in Zim?
No,
Oh,
the child is in South Africa.
Okay.
Yes, the child is in South Africa and living with my mother.
Ah.
Yes, and when I say, hey, but I want all my eggs in one basket. Can we do this? I am told, no, I'm not ready to be. I'm too young to be a stepmother. But she knew all along, I've got a son. I partly don't blame the brother for not inviting the child, because we are married with stipulations inside the house.
Sure.
We live with people. We live with people that tell us white is black, and we end up coming home believing that white is black. So this is very difficult.
Sure,
this is very difficult. Yes, for the mother to say now she wants a meeting.
Yeah, but Donald, tell me, man, like, did you guys not discuss this before you got married with your wife? Or hey, now I've got this kid. And was she okay with it?
Yeah, she was okay with it. You know what she did? Clever as she is, she phoned my mother. The very same week that my child was coming from Zimbabwe and coming here, she phoned my mother, and they had an agreement. They had an agreement with my mother that, no, don't worry, plus I don't have anyone that I'm staying with, so I'll stay with him. So now, remember, Kurtman, I did not raise this child. I long for that relationship. You know, my friends have sons, and they take their sons, and they, I would look at the relationship that other fathers have with their sons. I don't have that with my son.
Sure, Donald. Thanks for calling, man. I'm sorry to hear that. That sounds like quite a complex situation. I hope you're gonna be fine. I hope your wife can come around, because your son hasn't done anything wrong and deserves to be. You guys can have a wonderful blended family. Hey, Matt, you are in Pretoria. Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Shop, how's it?
I'm good. I wanted to comment because I think I'm having almost a similar situation as the other gentleman. I'm getting married in the next 2 months.
Congratulations.
And thanks. But now the kids are with my ex-wife. And I think I want to say that we should let the kids stay if where possible. I've got 2 boys, just under 18, both of them. And it's tricky if you don't have a willing mother from their side. So according to me, if we can let the kids stay there, you can explain to them when you have chance. But if their mother is not willing for you to have them, I think we must just let them be. So I'm not sure the situation with the lady, the story that you were reading. I'm not sure what's the situation, but I think it's somehow selfish. Also, I wanted to just add and say, me bringing the kids over, it becomes tricky because someone said to me, when the kids come over to you, they bring the pain and the hurt of their mother. So even if they are coming to my wedding, they still carry the hurt and the pain of their mother, because their mother has still not moved on, has still not healed. So it's selfish. I feel like it's selfish. It's me wanting them at my wedding, not necessarily not sure whether they want to be there.
But then talk to the kids, Matt. You say, especially if a kid is 15 and 13, I'm sure you say, listen, daddy's getting... 50. Oh, they're both under?
Under 15. I've spoken to them. They sound excited about coming.
Then let them come. Because I do think that the kids must be involved in the chat, especially if they're old enough, to understand what's happening, Like, who knows? Maybe, and if they feel uncomfortable, they can say, Ish, Dad, we really feel uncomfortable about it. And you must also be understanding to hear them. Hopefully they're also not being influenced by their mother or their father in whatever case. Matt, thanks for calling, man, and all the best with your wedding that's coming up in a few months.
Good morning, Clement. Nice show as always. I think there's a reason why they didn't invite the kids, although it is not right at all. It is very strange for the father to do that. But I think the new wife did not want drama at her wedding day, number one. The fact that the ex-wife wants to have a meeting with the father and the new wife and the kids tells you a lot of things about that kind of a person is she. If there's a meeting that's going to take place, it must be the father, the new wife, and the kids. Maybe the father must just apologize to the kids and explain. Otherwise, the ex-wife, there's nothing to explain to you. Thanks, Anonymous.